10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Admiral Concar.
Timber Saw!
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Disruptor!
EHOME's turn to ban.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back
Radiant
to
team
Game 2 of EHOME vs VG.REBORN Reborn. This is the grand finals of the Chinese Regional Qualifiers for TI6. First place getting themselves straight into the main event. Second place will be still going to Seattle, but they'll only be in the wildcards. We'll have to fight against the 3 other wildcard positions from the other regions for the 2 final spots in TI. I'm Eddie Pixel, I'm joined by Anthony, and the draft is well underway. So far, things are done. VG.REBORN, they are going to grab themselves that first pick, Terrorblade. EHOME, they go with the Kuka, and this is something that Lanham loves now, Andy. This is Lanham. I argue about TV. Probably the hero that he's played the most in this regionals.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Lanham special for sure. I'm kind of curious because, you know, Timber Saw and Kunkka on paper are actually pretty good against TB.
Yeah.
You have a couple of AoE spells between them. You know, Timber can cut through the illusions relatively easy. High burst damage, the ability of catching with X marks a spot into a torrent. You know, it seems like a real solid opener from EHOME, but they have a tendency, I think, to pick kind of this, not necessarily all in, but very early to mid-game focus lineup, and with the addition of the Mirana, it's not really much an exception. They want to just play a fast tempo game, prevent VG Gaming Reborn from getting their Blink Dash Slardar, from getting to that, you know, Terrorblade critical mass, which, to be fair, does come fairly quickly now because of things like Dragonlance. But I really think VG Reborn last game showcased the fact that even when things to go a little bit wrong for them, because during the laning phase, EHOME were doing well when they were picking their draw composition, they still understand what their lineup is supposed to do, and they still go for the plays. So I'm kind of thinking, you know, EHOME going into this, I kind of figured they would win, and to be honest, my prediction was 3-1. Like, I thought that EHOME would kind of just own VG Reborn.
I think for that first game, it's just come to show that the VG Reborn, they are as good, and you know, they can take games.
Yeah, I was very impressed with the poise that they had game number 1, understanding the functionality of their lineup and just execute.
Drow's still there.
Yeah, but you can't pick Drow and TB.
Why not? Let's do it. Mikasa Drow.
That's insane, because then you'd have to put like either one of those 2 heroes mid lane, and it just becomes like this.
Drow versus TB mid. You could do that, couldn't you?
I mean, you could, but unfortunately you don't have the access to the Beastmaster, which I think is something else that you really want if you're going to be running that strategy. You don't want just one aura, you want like multiple. So, you know, like Drow and the Vengeful Spirit, or Drow Beastmaster, or, you know, any other pairing that you can think of, and that's what makes it kind of hit that critical mass at the 25 to 30 minute mark like we saw in the last game. I think they won it like 28 minutes?
29 minutes. 29 minutes it was.
Yeah, okay.
29 minutes.
So here, it's a little bit different. Clearly, VG Gaming Reborn still have the chance to do some early sieges. If you have a Terrorblade on your team, you can expect the offlane tower to die within the first minutes, sometimes even sooner. But EHOME, they have the mid-game burst. They have a decent amount of control already. I'm assuming that it's just going to be an old chicken Timber Saw for 2 games in a row.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, Wyvern.
I like this, actually.
I guess it helps protect you from the beat down of a Terrorblade.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. So, you know, sometimes we see Beast, sometimes we see Brood, sometimes we see, you know, any hero that adds to the push. The nice thing about Winter Wyvern is it's good push. Winter's Curse is great against high physical DP compositions because you just kill a hero inside of the curse. And then the rest of the team is like, okay, do we fight this or do we back? So I think on top of all those things, having the Cold Embrace, making sure that when reflecting it out, you're not just going to get a free kill. It's a great defensive and offensive pick against what
5
VG Gaming Group have
seconds
fielded
remaining.
here. And for the second game in a row, we are going to see the Mikasa Storm Spirit. Now, his laning phase
Reserve
is going to be
time.
more or less the same, except he doesn't have the access to the Precision Aura because, you know, Joro hasn't been picked. So it's going to be a little bit hard. But at the same time, EHOME,
Radiant team ban.
they actually don't have quite as potent roamers unless they decide to go pick Tusk again, which I don't know if they'll do, considering they already have a Kunkka.
Yeah, that's going to be unlikely. Yeah, because we're expecting what see who supports Wyvern and Kunkka. Looking for that
10
offlane at
seconds
EHOME,
remaining.
I'd imagine. Unless... Well,
5
actually, no, actually
seconds
saying that,
remaining.
sorry, no, it will be an offlane Tibursor, won't it? Because you probably expect the old chicken play the Mirana.
Radiant
It could be
team
safe lane
pick.
Mirana still.
I guess it could be. I think they did do this because there was a game where they picked the Tim. Oh,
I like it. I like it a
Turn
lot.
to pick.
it's good with the
But
storm.
this is actually funny because EHOME did this earlier on. So
They
they're
they
taking
did.
this from EHOME.
Was it you? They picked you up for?
Yeah, we cast the game, didn't we?
No, it was our TK's team that played it.
Are
Oh,
you
it-
sure?
10
No, it was
Was that
definitely EHOME. Maybe it was Lumia and I who cast
Okay,
it.
but you must because I was going to say I've
5
casted to get the only game I
seconds
cast
remaining.
with Omni Knight was when our TK took it to offlane.
Because they had
But this,
Lanham,
yeah,
they had Lanham jungle the
10
Omni Knight,
Yeah, I didn't
seconds
see that.
remaining.
and then there was a mid storm. So yeah, this is taking a bit of note
oh,
from that lineup. But yeah, looks like a safe lane.
oh, I guess with the and
I think that in terms of kill
Yeah.
potential, putting the Mirana mid is probably better.
okay.
Because then you have like, you know, after the X turn coming.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Like I won't go mid with it for sure. It's
Yeah.
just a question of which lane he goes to on the side. I'm gonna be super surprised if he goes mid, but yeah, chicken will play the mid Mirana.
The Doom pick from EHOME I think is pretty solid. You throw it out onto the storm. Regardless of whether or not you get
10
repelled, you can't do
seconds
anything. So
remaining.
you can't like,
Yeah, I guess
can't
that's
have
That's
influence.
fair.
Same thing with
5
End's Terrorblade.
seconds remaining.
So you're hoping to win the engagement in the Doom time. And then, it's like what, 15 seconds I think it is, their level? Something like that.
Let's play the match. Pure damage
Prepare
done
for battle.
10 minutes in.
Magic or pure damage. I will probably Storm.
No, Mirana with the Starfalls. I guess minutes is early.
Oh yeah, Old Chicken's mid, yeah. I think Old Chicken
Yeah.
might be the choice.
Lead staffs.
Ooh.
No.
Terribly.
Terrorblade.
Yeah, terribly.
Highest magical and end of the game. It's got to be Imbecile. End of the game.
I'm okay with
Or,
that.
or maybe still the Mirana. I think you're right.
I think Ice
Yeah,
might,
we'll go with Ice. It's a bit of a
might.
crazy man.
but that would also kind of insinuate that EHOME are gonna win.
I guess it would. But which you can definitely be the case here. Oh, BTC. 13 with the arrows. EHOME. Hovering around it. Not be able to find themselves the connection they need to kick something off. So
30 seconds
Return.
to battle.
same for them. BGR as well. I'll look to get themselves a of sorts. Gang at the moment on the top. And looks like oh, we'll see if Mikasa and DD do go for this. So no, I'm actually just gonna head top and take them from the top spot. They don't want to go for a fight against EHOME's lineup. By the looks of it.
I actually kind of think that VG.R have the better
The
lineup
battle
here.
begins.
Okay.
Even with like the Winter Wyvern and the TB, the Doom, they have a lot of like deep position control on the side of EHOME. But I think that having an Omni Knight is just such a deterrent for what EHOME's game plan is, which is try to cause some havoc in the laning phase. You can't let Mikasa get a good start on Storm. And last game, even though he didn't have an ideal game, he still managed to have a pretty big impact. And I think that kind of is an issue here for EHOME in the second game. Imagine if he gets a decent Orca timing, then all of a sudden you're going to have to worry about a repelled Storm like falling into the front line is causing a lot of problems. So hoping that EHOME can manage to do something in the early game for Kunkka especially to try to pressure a bit here, but the way that VG.R laned it, it's a dual off lane.
Yep.
They have the Terrorblade, this is the Temper Saw, and then the Winter Wyvern, which I clearly have to for VG.R's lineup in this lane. And then it's going to be the Slardar farming bot lane with the support of an FY jungle Omni Knight, which again, this is completely taken from EHOME.
Yeah, I was just saying, you said you're coming in. You pointed that out.
I wonder if they'll lose to their own strategy. be interesting.
I mean, jungle, it's a good thing. Why does it work? Is it just because?
It's because more often than not nowadays, when you're drafting, you only pick one hero who has a tendency to rotate. And by having a hero who's jungling all the time, who's very dependent on levels, you're guaranteeing that you're getting some kind of value out of it instead of just having a support that might have to pull and soak EXP that way. Which, to be honest, pulling still gives the offlane a lot of experience if you're doing the pulls properly. And sometimes the offlane can even contest the lane when you're doing a pull, which is even worse. So a jungler is just somebody that usually can't be punished that hard if there's only one roamer.
In the mid lane at the moment, again, locking in the game 1. He's having a great time mid. You know, he's double the CS of old Chicken's Marana. A good lane for him at the moment. But we may see that turn as old Lanham. Coming around, he's only got the level torrent, so he's got to hope that it hits. If it does, can find the arrow setup. They do have a chance of finding it. We'll see him go for it. He's going to miss the torrent, so immediately unable to do anything else. He will have another torrent as he has got an arcane room. We'll see if he's able to use that to catch Mikasa out. Playing around with it. Ooh, just on the edge, not actually going to connect there. So Mikasa, he'll be fine. And
he's actually up mid. Like,
yeah, I said, yeah, the CS is. I mean, it's the same story as last game. He just played the Storm absolutely beautifully.
I mean, truthfully, Marana does have a pretty big base damage, so it's kind of understandable.
Oh, he's in trouble now. Torrent's connected. Wants to verify. The arrow connects. Mikasa, can he play his way out of this one? No, he can't. So, I mean, that's the power of the Kunkka, really. Just sit down the lane, spam torrent. Once you get a connection, you get yourself the kill.
Yeah, and that's why we kind of assume that the Marana would be mid. Just better kill potential. That Starstorm arrow follow-up onto the torrent is just a little bit too strong here. FY, unfortunately, not in a position.
Oh, 11. He's potentially in trouble there. Yeah, and turning up. Starts to get a couple of clicks in. Yang. He's actually got no points in the sprint.
Yeah, I was going to say, he doesn't have any. Well, he just hits before, though.
Oh, he's got the sprint. But at this point, yeah, sprint and a level 1, level 2 crush, but still not going to be enough. Lanham could be in trouble, though. He's come down deep. Yeah, let's see him play his way out of this one. And he actually could be up to, yep, they don't have a point of him. Okay, so the skill builds of VG are kind of playing against them there. They have the means to deal, take down for all 11 or all 10.
I mean, they just literally walked it off. They just ran away, and it was fine. But that's kind of be expected, I think, the GR's lineup. They don't really start to come online until, you know, the Storm hits 6. You want Mikasa to get that ball lightning. You want the use of the repel and the purification during fights to ensure that you can keep your initiator alive.
And Mikasa getting ganked, and he's in so much trouble.
He is
so much trouble.
See you later.
Yeah. It's these ganks as well. It's just old Lanham Cooker. It's doing so much. Each and every time, an X mark and a torrent. And you can kill the Storm as much as you want before he hits level 6. When he hits level 6, he's got to try and play around the X marks, and that's not going to be easy in itself.
Well, they learned their lesson from the first game.
Yeah.
You can't just let the Storm have a 1v1 match.
You really can't.
So, I think that EHOME are adapting properly. They've even gone as far as to rotate the lanes, even though, granted, it's like the same hero setups. They're just in different places now. Kind of still have to save GR, though, in regard, as Ice is down here with the 3 points to reactive armor. He does not care about anything.
They can't even. That was a dreaming of killing Ice. Top lane, yeah. He's headed up it. He's reacting to the rotations. Old Chicken, halfway through 5, a little bit ahead of XP. This Master Storm next to the Pickles pad. And yeah, Ice. He just affords to play aggressively here. Wow, top lane, alright.
Yeah, ain't going down.
Yeah, old Lanham, again with the X marks. Controlling Slardar. And the Kunkka is, I mean, you can see why they pick it up first, Ethan.
They love this hero, and they are extremely good with it. In some regards, I almost think it's worth respecting. Maybe not in the first phase, but the second phase for sure. And gets killed by Ice. What? How do you let this happen? Alright, EHOME are... They are going ham in the first 10 minutes of the game. Like, this is stop aggression, and with a very big misplay there. Of course, so we have access to the Sunder. Getting Ice kill. Timbersaw is almost level 7 at 6 minutes in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's got to repel himself. Ice just...
He's gonna keep chasing. He does not care. He has a mango. He's dead. He's dead.
Ice, ladies and gentlemen.
The only way he lives there is if he puts repel, uses the clarity to give himself a for a TP, because that guy had a clarity on him.
On top of that as well. Yeah,
oh man.
He's in trouble as well. EHOME, they are hitting back hard in game 2.
Jesus. It is a catastrophe of a laning phase here for VG.REBORN.
Alright, so I play Terra played down bottom. He's got Arcane's back off cooldown in a few seconds as well, so he'll start to get himself back into funny shape. But Cass coming in with a rotation. That puts a vortex, so if they have control, and guys gonna change himself up to the sideline. Moonlight's there well. Do they have detection? The answer is no. Even if they did, I don't know if they would be able to control them. Ice is just too damn scary at this stage again.
Reactive armor is way too strong at this stage. There's just not enough magical damage on the Timber.
Oh, they glimpse him, but he's X-marked himself. Oh, the outplay from old Lanham and now EHOME. They're going to try and cut and see if they get anything. They won't, but pretty good counter there for the glimpse. You've got an X-marks yourself.
Dude, that was so next ball actually. Lanham, some kind of Conquer player for sure. Might be dead though.
Nope. So he's got any kind of backup? Yeah, they don't have enough for a golden bracer yet. Caster zips in. And with the purification, the boost is enough. VG.REBORN finding themselves first kill onto the board themselves. 1-6 now. But overall, this opening part of the game is certainly going into the hands of EHOME.
To be fair, even though EHOME getting a lot of these kills, FY on the still has Arcane, still level 5. 8 minutes is not too bad. They have a couple of ways to make their way back into the game. He's also being priority in the top lane. He's going to static storm going as soon as humanly possible, and then he's still the Slardar. He's level 5. He hasn't really had the best game, but he's also been rotating around, so Yang might be able to make some kind of recovery here as well, as long as they can take a couple of good engagements. But he might just keep dying here to Ice, who is...
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Chick keeps in. Starfall. There's the
Nice heal.
FY, yeah, with the back just as it was needed.
He's definitely dead there if he didn't get it.
Chris Smith. Oh, wow. Playing around the cast, and the cast, they can't go for this.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
No. Ice so take the tower. More money into the pocket of Ice. With the Soul Ring done as well, they have enough mana to play around a little bit more. It's a scary opening for VG.REBORN. As you said, they are still finding relatively good progress on the heroes as a whole. But Terra played. See how he's doing on that as we switch over to this. He's falling behind. And you've got a Doom and Timbersaw at the top. I mean, this is scary. Stage of the game. Well, the try to push him mid. Leaping away, checking himself. If an Ice. I mean, it's kind of like a Brood role, you know, he sits in this lane and you can't do anything about it at this stage.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those heroes, Timbersaw, where you get to a certain point, you have the 4 points into reactive that you have to wait until core items are coming up before you can really look to kill him. You kind of just have to ignore his existence for a while, and that can be annoying for some lineups, but you can go for other kills.
That's the world's Mikasa. He's the next target for EHOME. Mikasa already back out. And he's coming close again. They've got the 8 mark to lead into the torrent. He will zip it. Same time, smart recall was going to be there, so able to shoot that out. Now comes to the side, doesn't show to any response, doesn't push camera, but he can't embrace himself, and that offset ain't going to do nothing to him. Will there, falling low, they find themselves one, VG.REBORN. We need to find themselves a little bit more really though. He's up on this, but Model 11's got him available, Mr. Zap forward, turning around, thinking about it. I think he's not to get it off with the by the control from Yang with the crush. They'll find themselves a second kill. Moving more, Chicken leaps away. Oh, he doesn't quite get himself up cliff. Looks like it won't matter though. Glimpse won't be able to reach him back. It was already on cooldown. But GR, they do find themselves a favourable fight. You know, they get themselves. It was a couple. And EHOME finding nothing in return.
Well, that's a little bit of hopeful engagement. Yeah, both of GR, because EHOME were kind of running at them during the landing phase and pretty much getting all the better engagements. And on top of that, like, he has Midas. He's level almost 9 at 11%. Like, he is incredibly farmed old 11. I think that Doom is probably going to be the trump card for EHOME to make sure that they can stay ahead. Because as we already talked about, even if you have a repel on target, you just Doom them. And it doesn't really... It counteracts the repel, and that Storm still won't be able to really do anything in the fight.
Oh, nice glimpse catch from BDC here onto Object. And FY moving. It's actually not going to be up to purification. Bomb off still on cooldown. And that's unfortunate for VGR.
Did he heal the creep wave, FY? Because I think his purification was on cooldown.
It was on cooldown, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he healed the creep. Just a little bit of a misplay there. Could have been a kill.
Yeah, not killing old chicken there with the commitment of the static storms. Bit painful here for VGR. EHOME still in position. Oh, hello DDC. We're trying to walk in at the same time. Mikasa making to go for it onto old land. They need to do the turnaround behind the tower. DDC will get taken down. Old Lemon still has to Doom available and walk across. Got his full way. Will be able to get himself just back up to the high ground in
Dire's
time.
middle tower is
But again,
under
it's EHOME finding a kill. Still a bit of duration of Moonlight.
is under attack.
They've got careful. GR. They're on they're backing right up. Usually a walk mid lane. Alden jumps in. FY try to deny. He's going to get it. In top lane, Ice just continue to farm. And he'd have a very good timing on the Bluestone in that space.
VG are still managing to inch back in here. It's not like a huge swing or anything like that, but as soon as the storm finishes beside him, and they start going in with repel, maybe they can play around the team a little bit, look for some good engagement. So we're going to see FY just doing the casual run at the Winter Wyvern play. But yeah, all things considered, he's still a little bit ahead here. Still waiting for VGR to kind of hit this game peak where they're going to have the Terrorblade having that level 4 metamorphosis, illusions, you know, stand behind him, have the storm threatening initiation, and then start to push some towers, because right now, they've lost all their tier 1s, and EHOME haven't lost a tower. And it's not even like a tower is low, it's like all their towers are almost at 100% life.
Yeah. Nice. A war indeed for the VGR. Yang, being trouble here now. He's got FY with him. It's going to be fine. EHOME, they bring the full team down. First remaining top. In fact, he's going to go mid and clear out that push. Alright, I'm not going to find anyone. Ice as we talk about. Still have so much space, so much farm on this, so it's absolutely terrifying. Top of the board. VGR, they're smoking up. They are going to freaking line, so let's see how this one plays out. Alright, with the lead in, whips out, Mikasa, grabs Ice. Remember the amplifier, the huge damage burst, it's a lot. Is it enough? Yes, it is. They'll take down Timber. A big kill here for the side of VGR. As Timber was having a pretty free game at the moment.
They want to. Oh, they have a Smoke, Doom, Winter Wyvern, and Marana around here. Looks like they're gonna think better. Decide to initiate, but
what does Doom get this game? Does he get the link of the Shadow Blade? What's better for him closing the gap?
It's kind of hard to say. I would think Blink is probably best, because you kind of want to find the outside of the storm in the engagement. If you can get the Doom off onto one of them, I think you can just kind of run after him at that point. I'll see. The other option is going for like this tanky front line. You know, a Crimson Guard in the past seen like BKBs and Shivas and whatnot, just to make sure you can just cause a lot of ruckus and have the enemy team focus you, which I think is also a valid idea. But personally, if it were me, I would probably go for Link.
Okay. Top lane all 11. Looking for the wrap round on. Oh, Yang could be in trouble. Yeah, the team's going to be successful. Yang did get off the sprint in time. Of course, at the same time, that's going to mean he's just going to take increased damage. Into the tree line he goes. The arrow. Oh, it's going to connect. And Yang, he's a goner.
Radiant's
600 gold, so I assume if he was going to buy Link, he would bought it already. Shadowblade is a pretty scary item to play when you have a Doom, because, you know, innately Storm and Terrorblade don't really want to be together that much unless they're pushing. So you want to play like this split pushing / farm game. And if there's a Shadowblade Doom on the opposition, you just feel very scared to go to lane in general. Because as soon as you see that item, you're like, oh, well, I could get self-killed. And I really want that. So I'm just not going to farm, and we're going to try to 5-man. Maybe that doesn't work. EHOME will win a fight, and the game becomes even harder for VG, but we will see soon.
There's no reason for him to go for BKB first this game, does he?
I mean, BKB is definitely, but maybe not as the first item.
Bottom lane, Mikasa. Run out. It's found old Lana. At the same time, Ice is there as well. Mikasa, he's not going to go for any kind. But just be careful. He can't do anything about the Timber on his own. Needs a +1 at least.
Oh, very snipe.
Ah, there we have it. Should have clicked yes. I should have clicked yes. Oh wait, no, there wasn't. It was A snatch. We're fine. We're good.
Yeah, even have that Marana like 800 gold away from Aghanims, and it's only 16 minutes in. EHOME seem to be just ramping up a little bit faster.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice, nice, nice. Already putting the pressure onto this tier 2 EHOME through as well. See how they slow this down. After the gold, he did actually spilled up. He's still just going to pick up the Blink Dagger. He's got a bit of gold sitting up on top of that as well. VG already putting themselves in position for the defense here. Mikasa is questioning how he wants to jump in on this one. Old Lanham moving as well. They're under the cover of Moonlight Shadow. Arrow to fly. Flies past. Not going to connect with anyone on the EHOME. Actually backing up a little. Still keeping eyes on the front.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Let me attempt on a wraparound from VGR with this smoke.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Who can they catch? Nice. It's actually going to come into the middle of this all. But at the same time, VGR, they're not biting. They're not jumping on him. They like to jump. Okay, there we have it. But they'll slamming some of the Doom onto the Storm. Going to limit the effectiveness of VGR this fight. GA comes out, but Ice. He's got the magical burst and EHOME. They're forcing VGR back. Just not the opening that they were looking for. Yang getting caught out by the Shadow Storm. The Timber chain across. Mikasa still falling low. The Thunder. Ice swept out of the corner race. Coming out in time from Fenrir. They're going to keep Ice alive. Mikasa having to dip himself back to base. If you end up losing the one, but still, nonetheless, EHOME chopping across for more. Who's Ice going to go for? He's got DDC in his sights, chops him down with the Timber Chain. He's 2 for 1 in the moment still. They're trying to fight back into this. They're looking for FY, tries behind the tree line. It's not going to work. The combo there, controlling Yan. Ice coming across, chops him down as well. They're bound for Mikasa, the last man standing, and he himself having to get back to base. EHOME get the tower, and they take the team fight as well. 4-1.
Very impressive team fight there from EHOME. Very clutch, pulled him there from Fenrir, pretty much saving Ice. If he died there, that EHOME most likely lose that fight, just because the Timber lost all his, the Terrorblade to full. So the fact that he got kind of burst back up, so airport they weren't to really secure that fight. They're kind of just lacking from damage problems. The fight started off by, you know, the Storm getting doomed. We talked about how hard it is for Mikasa to play around that. Even a Purge creep eating up Doom right now, he can just go for a dispel too.
Oh my god.
Later, he does an amount of damage. And show that chick EHOME fire. The learns every go off. Flying, she only down 13. Give me a version.
Yeah. They were doing it at the right click. It's all about jumping the burst.
Radiant's
The high ground as well. You mentioned it's just not gonna. Yes. And we'll see how they out again. Look at the graph. It's a fairly sizable lead indeed, and it's got a 12k lead. Does quick. Wasn't Mikasa? See what's up. 2.3. He's still managing to keep up the farm. I rather to especially overall. It's just the core of EHOME carrying ahead out of VGR.
Yeah. So a pretty sizable lead right now.
Boston 16 bloodstone. Tim.
I think the Doom just it's hard for VG to do what they want with their life. And it, and then the fight is just, they're down a hero. Storm suffers from Doom probably more than most other heroes in Dota.
Yeah. I mean, we saw in the last. Doom, the Castle, Storm. The Sun. Yeah, a lot of the side of VGR's firepower is diminished. VGR. We'll see what the play's going to be next. Of course, this is all spotted out by Warding. They know what's up, they know they're coming around, and in fact, they meant to try and take a fight. Mikasa, quick on finger out with it. Lanham head up high ground to look for this one. Ah, they're thinking about it. They have the wall for the sidelines. Old Lanham. They're looking for a potential wraparound. It's not going to be the case. VG keeping their distance to the west. Roshan, of course, still there, but she said you need the team ready with the quickest shot to be for VG arc. But at the same time, they do They don't really want to fight around the pit at this stage.
Yep.
But if they're able to find a few kills, find a team fight, get themselves in with the morphs, and the amp, and take it down relatively quickly.
Yeah, but EHOME are not looking to draw this out. They want to just take the fights.
And here's the... Let's see what they can find. Ready for the wrap around from behind. Oh, okay. Scan.
Oh my
They
God.
got the sentry. It's a good scan at the same time. The Doom comes in onto the Cassie, gets healed up by the purification, repel by him sometime. At the sidelines though, they've lost the starter. They'll move in on F5. Walter's Curse holding the man back, making sure there's no escape or save coming in Omni Knight. He'll heal himself twice besides he missed him, but the Shack Crowd never misses the torrent. EHOME again with a good wrap around Moonlight Shadow. Even though VG, they did, you know, they managed to get a successful scan, immediately dropping the sentry, but they just couldn't react in time to the fighting power of EHOME. And double blinks picked up, both Old Lanham and Old Chicken.
God, this is so hard for VG.REBORN. I think that picking the Omni Knight, EHOME have been the team who were running this from the get-go.
Yep.
It's like they understand the hero much more than VG.REBORN do. And the fact that when you pick Omni, you know the hero can't rotate. It's a greedy pick. You can almost always counter pick Doom, because the Doom functions as the same as the Omni Knight during the early game, except his ultimate is just a complete hard counter to everything that Omni does. So I think that EHOME just had a slight outdraft on the last pick. And VG.REBORN probably thought that it was going to be fine because they could just tell the hero and what, but this is just an oversight from VG.REBORN bringing out the Doom, and they're paying for it so heavily because Mikasa has yet to been able to do a single thing during the game.
No. Shadow again. This time EHOME, they're a little bit spread out across the map.
Yeah.
So, let's see if Old wants to do anything on his own. Let's spot out, yeah. There was some. See what he finds. Yang blinking across, holding in the neighborhood, but Yang's already out of there. Okay, jumping in. Hits the arrow onto Mikasa. Oh, the chicken. The solo kills on his form. Beautiful arrow.
Old Chicken is having a pretty standout performance, I would say. Second highest net worth here at 23 minutes. Looking fairly solid. And everyone else on EHOME, there's just no pressure being applied. So look at how they're spreading stuff. You know, 2 top, 2 mid, bot, being completely efficient around the map. Whereas VG.REBORN, they're grouped up, they're sitting by their tier 2, one person, and that's Yang, who's kind of walking around looking for a potential engagement. It's just EHOME getting farther and farther ahead here.
Yeah, he needs to be careful himself. If all Adam gets worth of him, he could be caught out by the X-Plants combination. Yeah, still hiding up here, just giving the vision, giving the info, but okay, F1. He's going to be fine. There's a glimpse back onto ISO and FY with the repel out and the run away. He will escape, but nonetheless, EHOME are going to come in hard. So Shiva's guard,
Jeez, that damage.
Old Chicken just jumping in behind the boundaries.
At this point, it's kind of just like VG.REBORN relying on how. Look at the net worth. Oh,
20. Kicking out.
this is roughly like a 750 advantage. Like, they're unbelievably far ahead and even gone for Roshan. That is up, pressuring all the lanes. There is no only person who has any sort of net worth is a Terrorblade. And Terrorblade is a great hero, don't get me wrong. But he can't. Oh boy.
This is.
It's already against TV.
I'm sure.
I don't think Rapier even does that much.
Dragon up, yeah, Metamorphosis. Let's go.
Okay, truthfully, it could be a Rapier.
I think it could Rapier.
Yeah, it actually could be.
But I don't. This is good for pushing the lane.
You were saying high. Like, there's no way this is a Rapier, right? Ever since that point, yeah, it was Slark. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
So ever since that moment, never doubt the Rapier anymore because it was like.
It's not boo.
Okay, it's Rapier.
Boo.
But I was so sure in that moment that it wasn't a Rapier. And after the fact, I even found out that the rest of Secret didn't even think it was a Rapier. They were just like, wait, why did you buy a Rapier? But of course, it ended up working out. I don't know if the Rapier is really playing. Maybe he just wants to play more of like a split push game because he realized that fighting is probably not going to work. And just playing the game might be the better option.
I guess. And then the next fight's going to be, ice with a PK. Yeah, there's no way you kill this Dinosaur. There's literally no excuse for ice to die at stake.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is under attack.
I EHOME probably continue what they have been doing. Oh, 11.
Try to jump in for the blink, do more. Just quick reactions there. Oh, chickens around. Let's see if you can. An hour. It's going to be hard. VG.REBORN making a beeline. Straight.
Yeah, but this just goes to show how much of an advantage EHOME actually has when you can just bully somebody back. That, I mean, clearly we're not have any. So they're looking at the map and they say, okay, well, we don't know who's here. We can just assume EHOME has back up.
Oh, chicken's turning gate. Oh, chicken. What?
Okay.
Alright. I just he got to clean up now. He gets back. He's not going to be able to. Yeah, old chicken with a very low play there. Jumped into 4.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe he thought his team was a bit close.
I guess he maybe thought Ice was there to back him up around the corner, but it wasn't the case.
If EHOME had a team that could kill Rosha, I would say that they almost high grip at this point. Just given how much of a lead they have in regards to net worth. But their team is, I suppose with the Shivas and the Doom, they probably could kill it. They have Hero as well.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, realistically, what are VG going to do? They can go for an Aegis steal. Maybe, Yang or Mikasa go inside of the pit and try to take it. But, in respect to straight up fighting, VGR cannot win a team fight. There is no way.
No.
So, I guess the play is they sit inside the base and they hope that EHOME overextend, kind of similar to what Old Chicken was doing when he went for a lane. Yeah, I think they just ran. This is a pretty easy rush for them. Not like the fast, but like we said, VGR just can't fight them.
And Bloodstone's now been finished this storm. There's a diffusal blade being closed in on by shift. You raise out and pick up the side of EHOME, and that's just not going to happen for VGR. The only one that's kind of up there is this Terrorblade with the radius. Actually picking himself up a gem as well, realising the importance of how to deal with something like Shadow that EHOME have.
It's just nice for dewarding, because you can pop the mirror image, and you can send the illusion out and just do all the dewarding for you without any risk.
It's true. Just a lot of weight is on this Terrorblade to win the game for carry. A lot of pressure this time around.
Oh boy.
DC with the glimmers back onto 1, but the top here comes the boat. Choo-choo.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structure
Yeah, this is looking a little bit rough for VGR.
FY got his Midas.
I mean, look, 28-minute Midas. Okay, so when you see a Midas purchase like this, it's just because there's no other item that's gonna help you. Like, what do you buy, a mech? A force? Like, those items, maybe a game as even could help, and Casa is just gonna get here. There's no way he can get away.
Nope.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh,
Yang did get the. Oh!
That's a 50s courier.
What is that one, Andy? I don't think my courier hotkey wings. I've not mapped them.
I don't even think I found.
Press the courier thing. Is it not?
It doesn't work for me.
God damn it. You're such a scrub.
Whatever it was really expensive. It had to have been a Marana item.
Yeah. Find out in a couple of minutes. Yeah. But I don't think it's that big of an issue, really. I mean, he has.
Oh, it was a.
Just wait. Yeah, it was a sheepstick.
Yeah, it cost
56.50. A sheepstick. Yeah, sheepstick.
Dire's bottom
Okay, well, courier.
is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Throw down.
Damn it.
They got it. The courier snipes have been real this game.
No.
But yeah, EHOME, they don't really care, do they? It's like, whatever. You can't have a item for 2 minutes, well, we'll just wait for 2 minutes. There's no pressure from you.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter at all. That's why he just does the casual repel. Keep out, no big deal.
Goodbye.
I'm feeling like, I'm looking toward the next game. Because I'm going to be real with you, Owen. VGR do not have a good shot at winning this game. Like, it is real tough. EHOME basically have to, like, they got a well dive almost to throw this advantage. I think that the last picks in these games have been very indicative of how it actually goes. Like the team versus the Omni Knight, it was so heavily favored towards EHOME. Like, they understood so well the early game from VG.R was going to be like, and just knew that if we have Doom, he gets more out of the early game than an Omni. He counters the Omni. The Storm can't do anything either. It's like one hero counters two on VG.R. That's just such a huge blow in regards to team composition that they were never really able to recover. And if VG.R are playing from a huge advantage, their lineup just ceases to function. So I hope at the third game that, you know, VG.R could kind of get a better draft. I think EHOME had a very, very good game plan. And in the first game as well. I think that was more about execution than anything else.
Apologies to TPA. Did manage to get the second tower of VG.R, tier 1 on the top lane. But still, I mean, this is, you know, the first time you've got Terror and you're running 2 tier 1s in 31 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, the Terrorblade is still very farmed. Like, it's got 17,500 net worth, and the Timbersaw is the only one on either team who's higher than him.
I mean, look, ISO, here's like a mid 5 of them here. Can they do what to deal with him? Amplify, coming in with the control. ISO, he's got a BKB ready to pop it straight away. In fact, he can. VG.R back, and that's a metamorphosis out as well from End. Going around from behind, up 11. Let's see who gets the jump. Looking for an opening, jumps in Doom immediately onto End. Those under for user. A purification comes out from FY. They're trying to keep the man alive, but End almost still going to go down. In from the sidelines, Yang pops down the push, but Thanos will be able to toggle him off. Still the dives into the base potentially. Now EHOME will turn. They'll go for the easier kill, and they'll just look to finish off now. Playing around this man. Winter's Curse, just to taunt. Oh, okay. He may just. Okay, a bit of a play here from Yang.
How did Ice get repelled? how did that happen?
Just shoot your spell.
Just cast your spells on the Okay, well, taking Michael down, he gets.
Oh, the Nemakila drop.
No, he took the gem. He dropped it because he had 8.
Radiant's top tower.
This is over, I think.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's pretty over.
This was a.
It looks like we'll be going from a best of 5 to a best of 3 series.
Oh, he was so beautiful. He's an angel. Help on it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Flash him FY. The second coming. FY. What are you doing? Purification. Oh, FY!
They're doing pretty hard here.
Ready? For the tier 3.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're diving really hard. I'm not really sure why. They could even lose SI.
Oh, SI. If he goes down it, they may have got too cheeky for their own good. Just get him. EHOME's back in. And there's the beat down. Yang down. Caster goes in for a ticket.
There's a buyback, but it's up. There's a buyback.
Goodbye. All Richardson. And then the Caster ends up killing himself. The coach is the point in the team. And oh, no, he's got a son. Oh, Jesus, the guard's got it. Go down. Quarter braces there. I would have left. And that's the thunder.
It's under attack.
She comes out. There's as well, but the top. Alright, there for that. Oh, Lana. He's got the arm. Oh. Back to DDC. I'll just turn around and give it that.
Oh dear.
Oh, goodbye. Death after death after death after death. But side of VG. Oh, hello. The fly. The god has returned. And he will watch people die on EHOME. 2 have actually died on this, and they still don't find the team. There's a lot of playing around from EHOME. They're going to be fairly rich after that little bit of an escapade. Look at this. Diagonal down.
Well, let's just say they have a lead.
More in the bank. More money in the bank. What are we buying? Anyway, so
Everything.
28 bloodstone charges. Oh, and you just hit yourself. Yeah.
You make a fine critter.
Wait, how did I?
Oh.
Yeah, this game is more or less over at this point. They're probably just talking about the next game. You know, what kind of strategy they want to run. We've seen some similar stuff from EHOME in both Game 1 and Game 2, but I'd say in the second game they just had the best possible reaction to the Omni-Knight pick in the Doom. That just crushed VG.R. I think that pick alone, like, handily won the game. So to me, this is a bit of an outdraft, but forward, I don't think that VG.R are going to let them fall to this trap again.
Nope.
And clearly they had a strong performance in the first match, so I'm guessing this is going to go the distance on 5 games. I wouldn't be surprised.
You reckon? Yeah, VG.R
Yeah.
can put back another one up winning the series.
I would not even be the least bit surprised. 5 games.
Okay.
But right now, it's like in excess of 25,000 gold, 25,000 experience in favor of EHOME. You know, they've all but just killed the throne, and they were diving like the T4 as a well instead of just, you know, kill base.
F1.
There's even the defusal now on them, so much for the repel, the GA. Not really going to do much of anything now.
No.
But you know, this is something that VG can look at and be like, okay, we learned when we pick Omni, and this is a perfect example of the situation.
Is under attack.
I think the only time you can get away with it is if you like 4th or 5th kit and you have both of the boards, the offlane already taken up by the enemy. Because then, you know, Doom can do pretty much anything. He can support, he can offlane, mid, like, it depends where he goes. But if you have like supports, like, Doom becomes less likely because he wants it in a position he's not like a core role. He doesn't really want to. He needs to fill that gap between. Wants to farm like play as a 3, but not necessarily have to go to the offlane. And I think that was the oversight here from VG.R in this game.
No, just hanging back at the moment, just seeing if anyone wants to trench upon him. That's not going to be the case. Looks like some more come from ends 2B. Oh, yeah. Now getting a bit more damage down the but the best tower taking lineup. And at this point, when they are position that they are,
but they're so far ahead that their team can't hit. Their Timber Saw has 355 CS and 25 or 24,000 net worth, 38. He's like invulnerable.
Casa playing around. Animal position just flying in. Trying to keep them off. Chicken jumps forward. That's going to catch him out of place now. That's Chicken on the corner break. The boat got through. Escape from F1. Looking to take down the D in the world with the Doom. And there we have. They've had enough VG.REBORN. GG is called. And EHOME with a pretty heavy. There was little hope.
I do genuinely keep them out.
Yep.
First going hit. Like the Doom pick, thought was it that VG.R did well in their lanes. They could snowball it, but as soon as there started to be like fights where EHOME were just like, taking 3 and only losing 1, and